Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nar from Narport. Welcome to this podcast, the very first episode. And it's not going to be a long show today, it's going to be very short. I'm going to talk about three things: the college football game from this past weekend, Florida State and Georgia Tech, the NFL season coming up. So I'm going to talk about the storylines. CeeDee Lamb got paid, the 53-man roster is official, and what do I expect for this upcoming college football season. Let's dive into it. First off, I'd like to talk about the upset from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech wins 24-21 in Ireland off of a game-winning field goal. What a game by Georgia Tech. Both teams played really good, fought to the end, a lot of back and forth going on. Offense was good, defense was good from both teams. I love what I seen from Florida State and Georgia Tech. And it's crazy because Florida State was supposed to make the playoffs last year, and they got upset by Georgia Tech. That team is not even nationally ranked. But upsets do happen in college football, but it is what it is. Now, let's go into the NFL real quick. CeeDee Lamb got paid. That was the news yesterday. 4 years, $136 million. Well deserved. First of all, CeeDee Lamb should have been paid a long time ago. I don't know what was going on in Dallas between him, Jerry Jones, but this should have been done before the preseason started. But the deal is done. CeeDee Lamb will be on the field for the Dallas Cowboys in Week 1 against the Cleveland Browns. Now, speaking of the Cowboys, two more players are looking for contracts, and that's Dak Prescott and Michael Parsons. I feel like Michael Parsons will be paid after this season, and Dak Prescott, depending on what he can do this season, he will be paid. Dak Prescott, to me, should be paid because he is the franchise quarterback from the Dallas Cowboys. Now, with CeeDee Lamb getting paid, now we're looking at this contract extension like, how will it affect Jamar Chase and Brandon Ayuk? Well, first of all, it affects Brandon Ayuk the most because he requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers back in July, all because the 49ers didn't want to pay him. I don't know what's up with these NFL teams not paying their players, but it's really getting out of control. Now we see why these players be requesting trades and stuff like that. It's not because they frustrated with the team. It's just that the team just don't want to pay them. When I look at Brandon Ayuk, he is the number one guy for the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy's number one weapon alongside Deebo Samuel. The 49ers should be getting a deal done, hopefully by the end of this week. I pray that they get a deal done by the end of this week. Brandon Ayuk will be on the San Francisco 49ers for Week 1 against the Jets. If he's traded, he will be traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I've been hearing those talks have been going on for a while, Brandon Ayuk and the Pittsburgh Steelers. To me, if Brandon Ayuk goes to the Steelers are automatically a playoff team. Russell Wilson, still a good quarterback. He still has much to prove. Still got left in the tank. And the Steelers offense probably going to have the best offense in the AFC North. Now, 53-man roster for the NFL. It's officially been made. We saw some moves, some cuts for all 32 teams. Now the NFL season is underway. Now back to what I was saying about the CeeDee Lamb contract. How does it affect Jamar Chase now? Jamar Chase looking like, I want more than CeeDee Lamb, and Brandon Ayuk is looking like, I want more than CeeDee Lamb too. Now, both of those wide receivers are still looking for new contracts. they're looking at CeeDee Lamb like, all right, I want more than him. So, for example, let's say Patrick Mahomes get paid and Lamar Jackson still waiting on a contract extension with the Baltimore Ravens. He's going to look at it like, hey, I deserve more money than Patrick Mahomes because I've done more than him. This ain't realistic, but this is just an example. Now, back to what I was saying. CeeDee Lamb is the number one go-to guy for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay? Without CeeDee Lamb, where would this offense be? Like, where would it be? The Cowboys won't even make the playoffs if they don't have CeeDee Lamb. That is Dak Prescott's number one target. Like I said, the Dallas Cowboys took a long time to pay this man. Should have been done before the preseason started. Should have been done in the summer. To be realistic with you. But Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb for 4 more years in Dallas, predicting that Dak Prescott will be staying with the Dallas Cowboys on a 4-year contract. That's what I'm predicting. Because I don't see Dak Prescott going nowhere else but Dallas. He says he likes it in Dallas. He wants to play here. And Dak said he doesn't really play for the money. He plays to win. And he enjoyed being a Dallas Cowboy. Now let's talk about what do I expect for this college football season. I expect good games. Georgia will win the Navy this year. I expect that. I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan. So I expect us to win the Navy. Alabama, I expect them to make the playoffs with a new coach. Nick Saban turned down last year. They got a new coach this year. I love it for Alabama. I hope the new coach will make adjustments and get Alabama back into the playoffs. Florida State, hopefully they can make the playoffs because they were supposed to make it last year over Alabama, to be realistic. Florida State should have made the playoffs over Alabama. But it is what it is. I'm excited about this college football season because not only we have good games, but this year 12 teams will make the playoffs for the first time. How it worked? So we got 5 best conference records, best rankings, top 5 teams with the best conference record will have a first round bye, and then the 7 teams will play the first round of the playoffs. But it doesn't matter though. Georgia still winning the Navy. But like I said, week 1 starts this weekend. And the game I'm excited for is Clemson versus Georgia. Good game in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Going to be rocking. Or is it Athens? Yes, in Athens. But I'm excited for the Georgia Bulldogs. We lost the SEC championship last game to Alabama, but this year we will redeem ourselves. The Bulldogs are the best team in the college football league. We are the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFL. Like, who is stopping us? Clemson, don't get me wrong, they're a good team too. They will come ready to play. And to predict the final score of this game, I'll say Georgia wins by a field goal. Yes, Georgia will win by a field goal against Clemson on Saturday in week 1. And what's up to the people that's joining the live? If you don't know me, I am Nard from the Nard Report. I post daily sports content on Instagram and TikTok. And I'll be start doing my podcast live on YouTube every week whenever I feel like it. So feel free to come join me, talk some sports. And if you have any questions, let me know. Whenever I get on here, I'll answer them. Back to what I was saying. College football has a lot of hype around it. This season, I can't wait. New teams will be in the playoffs. Colorado, Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders. I can't wait to see what they're going to do this year. Coach Prime hopefully gets Colorado into the playoffs. Last year they were ranked, then they fell off a cliff. But never count out Coach Prime and Shedeur Sanders. And that's it. Thank you for the people that joined the Now Report today for the first podcast. I kept it short. Next time, I'll talk more about the college football games, the NFL season coming up, my predictions, what I expect week 1 of the NFL season. And that's it. Stay tuned for more. Nard out. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Link will be in the description. Stay tuned for more.